Are you serious? Are you serious? Folks, we have got some information from the National Near-Earth Object Preparedness Strategy and Action Plan. This is from this past June, actually. And the National Near-Earth Object Preparedness Strategy. So you hear people say, don't worry about it. You know, and there's reports come out every time I talk about Planet X or Nibiru or the 5 waves of energy. You know, people always say, oh, Paul Begley's just fear-mongering. No, okay, so here's the federal government with a National Near-Earth Object Preparedness Strategy Action Plan. Nobody even knows this stuff's out there. It's been declassified. So what I'm sharing with you is not classified information, stuff that was classified, that's now declassified from just 6 months ago. The National Near-Earth Object Preparedness Strategy, an action plan, strategy for an action plan, will improve the nation's preparedness to address the hazard of a near-Earth object impact, deep impact, over the next 10 years. The next 10 years, matter of fact, its primary role is to help organize and coordinate a near-Earth object-related efforts within the federal departments and agencies of the federal government, with particular focus on efforts that are already existing and resourced. Matter of fact, it seeks to leverage and enhance existing assets and capabilities of the national and international, public and private, to effectively manage the risk associated with the near-Earth objects. The strategy and action plan builds on efforts by the National Aeronautics and Space Administration, also known as NASA, Department of Homeland Security, the Department of Energy, to help characterize the near-Earth object population and to prevent and respond to a near-Earth object impacts with planet Earth. What? And let me just give you what those goals are. Goal number 1, enhanced near-Earth object detection, tracking, characterization, capabilities. And NASA will lead this development of a roadmap for improving national capacities for a near-Earth object detection, tracking, characterization. Supporting actions will reduce current levels of uncertainty and aid in more accurate modeling and more effective decision making. That's goal number 1. This has just been declassified. Goal number 2, improve near-Earth object molding and modeling and predictions and information and integration. Agencies will coordinate the development of validated modeling tools and simulation capacities that aid in characterizing, mitigating the damage from a near-Earth object impact risk while streamlining the data flow to support effective decision making. Goal number 3, to develop technologies for the near-Earth object deflection and disruption missions. NASA will be in development of technologies for fast response for near-Earth objects reconnaissance missions to stop a deep impact, to deflect it, or maybe to disrupt a hazardous near-Earth object. Developing these technologies before an imminent threat arises will strengthen our ability to prevent near-Earth object impact disasters. And then there's goal number 4, to increase the international cooperation on near-Earth object preparation. Agencies will work to inform and develop international support for addressing global threat of near-Earth object impact risk. International engagement, cooperation will help the nation to prepare more effectively for the potential near-Earth object impact. Goal 5, strengthen and the routine exercises of a near-Earth object impact emergency procedures and action plans. The protocols. The United States will strengthen and exercise procedures and protocols for assessing near-Earth object threats, communications regarding those threats because they don't want to panic, response and recovery activities when they do hit, and how to coordinate communications and notifications within the U.S. government and its agencies and with foreign governments, which will improve impact emergency preparedness, reduce the physical and economic harm to each nation. The strategy and action plan should inform the policy development process. Any commitment of federal resources to support these activities outlined in documents will be determined through budget processes. If there's no threat, if there's no imminent danger, if there's no concern for deep impact, then why are we in a panic mode to urgently put together protocol and plans and procedures for the inevitable? Deep impact. Maybe it's because the Bible says we're going to get hit at least twice. Those are Revelation chapter, 8. I mean, are you serious? What does it say, Pastor Begley? What does it say? Is this a biblical prophecy moment? Absolutely. And why does it say in Revelation 6 that men are going to cry for the rocks and the mountains to hide them from the face of him that sits on the throne? It literally is telling us they're going to build underground bunkers, underground cities to prepare for the coming apocalypse. In Revelation chapter 8, it says in verse 8, Revelation 8:8, the second angel sounded as it were a great mountain burning with fire was cast into the sea. The third part of the sea became blood. The third part of the creatures which were in the sea and had life died. The third part of the ships were destroyed. Third angel sounded. There fell a great star from heaven, burning as it were a lamp. And it fell upon the third part of the rivers and upon the fountains of waters. And the name of the star is called Wormwood. And the third part of the waters became wormwood. And many men died of the waters because they were made bitter. Look, folks, deep impact's coming. It's not a question of when or where or how, but prophetically, are you prepared spiritually for the catastrophic, cataclysmic, apocalyptic, the coming apocalypse? I'll be back with more. Thank you so much for being a partner with me here on Patreon. I'm going to keep you informed. I got several very important Patreon videos coming in the next few days as information is starting to be released. Imminent danger's near. Are you saved? Give your life to Jesus Christ. Time is running out.